Thank you for joining me again. Today we're going to dive into something somewhat profound. It's considered the original building block for everything solid in our world. All squares and triangles. I'm talking about a guy named Pythagoras. Yeah, that dude. Now, before algebra and square roots were even a thing, Pythagoras was using simple geometry to discover some mind-blowing truths about right-angled triangles. This is the secret sauce of right angles, and here's the deal. The rule is a classic. In every right-angled triangle, the square of the hypotenuse, that's the side opposite the right angle, equals the sum of the squares of the other two sides. You've heard it a lot. What does that actually mean? Imagine a right triangle where one side is 3 inches and the other is 4 inches. If you square those sides, you get 9 and 16. Add them up, and you get 25. The square root of 25 is 5. So the long side is the hypotenuse and has to be 5 inches. No negotiation. It's perfectly mathematically true. These groups of numbers, like the 3, 4, 5 or the 6, 8, 10, are now called Pythagorean triples. And here's where it gets weird and a little speculative. The Freemasons' blueprint. Think about the ancient stonemasons, the carpenters and people who had to build things that were square, level, and that didn't just fall over. They didn't have fancy digital levels. They used these simple, reliable geometric relationships. Look at the Masonic symbol, the square and the compass. Those tools aren't just for show. They reflect this precise 90-degree angle geometry. The speculative Mason square even references a triangle where the two short sides are equal to 1 unit each. The math says the hypotenuse should be about 1.4142 units. Now here's the kicker. The part that probably drove Pythagoras nuts, and what most of us calls a great mystery. When he found a triangle where the two short sides were equal, he discovered that the hypotenuse that couldn't be expressed as a simple fraction. They called these irrational numbers. Think about that. You have a physical line segment, you can measure it, you can hold it in your hand, but you can't write its length down perfectly. This blew the doors off the ancient mathematical world. It showed there were depths to numbers and reality that simple counting couldn't reach. But Pythagoras was a genius. He came up with an ingenious way to prove it using visuals, not just numbers. He basically showed you could take the two small squares, cut them up, and perfectly rearrange all those pieces to fill the single large square of the hypotenuse. It's a mic drop moment for geometry. It's not just a theorem anymore, this is a visualization of truth. It's the reason your walls are square, your floors are level, and that the Freemasons' tools seem to be eternal. This is all very mind-bending stuff, right? Who knew an old-school math problem was actually a blueprint for civilization?